Hey Facebook, how's it going on this fine Monday? Thought I'd go ahead and hop on here. Tried to get on last week, but family trumps Facebook Live. So there we go. We are still apparently talking about running your race. So let's wait a minute. My gin and juice today is just water, oily water. If you guys do oils, I got some grapefruit in here. It's delicious. So we'll wait for y'all to hop on. Yep, waiting. There we go. Also, there was a fly in here a little bit ago, so I might look like that crazy lady that you see on the street. Just be like, it's because I hate flies and I don't want it buzzing around. All right, here we go. Run your own race, but help each other. So apparently, some of y'all need to hear this, because as I keep praying about, hey, what should I share? What should I share? And I try to conjure up some topic, this keeps coming up. I don't know if it's because I'm a runner, if I really love running, if that's why this is the only thing I can think of, but I think it's because one of y'all listening, watching, whatever, needs to hear something about this. So here we go. I don't have all bad stories like I talked about before. Here's some funny stories. So I have a great friend, a super great friend who just stinking moved away and left us here in Texas. My friend Sandy. She's hilarious. You guys, if you do not know my friend Sandy Tang, I promise you your life will be better if you know this woman. Here's her. She has walked with me through two of our kid crises, through my son having cancer and through my daughter with her organs all born crazy. She and my other friend Sherry, and if you don't know Sherry, you seriously need to know her too. One night, we're having a really rough night with Sayla Jane. I was just sad about it. I mean, come on. I'm about to leave my baby in the hospital. It just sucked. I mean, we just kind of had this time where it was like, oh my head, we feel like the Kennedys. All these crap things keep happening to us. And it just felt unfair, and I was just frustrated. So these great friends of mine came over about 9:30 at night and said, Mark, we're kidnapping your wife. And I'm like, oh my word, I'm in my PJs. I read yoga pants and t-shirt because that's what we wear for PJs. So if you see me in yoga pants at the market, know that I'm probably still in my PJs. Anyhow, so they kidnap me and they take me behind an old Albertsons by our house. It is now a church, which I think is kind of funny after telling you this story. And she's like, listen, you've had a really crappy time, and so we're going to break some plates. I'm like, what? True story. They brought all these old plates, and I know this might sound really weird, but she's like, do it. Throw the plates. Be pissed off. Be angry. Just say what you're mad about. You guys, no lie. This is the best therapy I have ever had. Better than running therapy that my trainer made me do, which was really great, by the way. But we took some plates and smashed those things to bits. And I would say things like, this is really shitty. I hate having a kid have had cancer and now one with their organs all crazy. I hate this. This is horrible. And be like, smash, smash, smash. And it felt so, so good. After that, I felt like I could keep running, keep doing what we needed to do. They brought a broom. We cleaned it up. Don't think that we left a bunch of smashed plates behind the Albertsons. Don't be calling the Frisco PD on us. We cleaned up our mess. As it turns out, this was a little, I'll use my air quotes, ministry that these gals would do. Later, there was some other people who had some crappy things happen, really crappy things, worse than kid with your organs born outside their body. And it was like that was their thing, is to take them to go smash some plates. It was awesome. I wish we could have done a video because it would definitely inspire you guys to do that for some friends. And here's my point of telling you that is sometimes we have to run a race. No, we always have to run a race. We need to run it with perseverance, the race that's marked out for us. But a lot of times that race includes stopping and encouraging a fellow runner. When I did not realize this until my husband told me, but when you are running an Ironman, or I don't know if this, I think it matters in other races, but apparently with Ironman, if you see a runner fall down and you go to pick them up and you help them, you can be disqualified. But it doesn't stop you from stopping and pausing. When we fix our eyes on Jesus, the perfecter of our faith, the author of our faith, we can better see the hurting around us. When I run, I have a tendency to do this because it's super hard. I don't care, I'll be running for 100 years, but it's tiring for me. So my tendency is to look down. But when I look up, I can see the finish line, I can see the end of my race, I can see what's around me. When I look down, I can't see anything, and I'm probably going to trip over my own feet, which doesn't make any sense on account I can see my feet. But that's just biology. That's just what happens. So in our life, when we fix our eyes on the finish line and the one who has marked it out for us, we can see people around us. Some of you guys have probably seen my videos on Facebook about doing 22 push-ups for 22 days to raise awareness for PTSD, specifically for veterans. I'm running my race. I'm doing my fitness, and I, hopping on Facebook one day, and I saw somebody post about that same thing. And I did not know that 22 veterans a day take their own lives because they suffer so badly with PTSD. Now, is my push-up going to save their life? Probably not. However, I can pray to the one who can save their life. I can stop and reach out to veterans that I know and listen better, right? I'm not necessarily going to pick them up and carry them. That's not my job. But I can listen. I can be more aware. I can do something about it in that way. When we're running our race and we're looking around us, our eyes can see what we can do to be a help. Many of you guys have looked on social media or we've seen on the news, and I said this last time, just nonsense in our world. I mean, hello, another bombing? For real? Another shooting? Really? Yeah, really. It's a crappy world we live in. So we should probably get used to it. However, when we look around and we say, what can we do? We kind of throw our hands up and we post another cat video, or we change our Facebook profile to look like the country's flag of the most recent hurt. We can do something about it because we have hope, and we're running our race, and we can listen, and we can try to understand where the other people are coming from, and we can encourage them along the way. We can give them water. I'm trying to think of race analogies. I don't know what water would look like in our regular life, but you guys get me, right? So many times we get bogged down. I shared this a couple weeks ago when we were talking about never enough time to da-da-da-da, right? Sometimes we get so bogged down running our race, and it's so hard for us, and our feet are feeling like they're tripping and stumbling, and there we go, silly old connection. If we actually stop and help somebody, that it's not going to hinder our race, that it's going to help us to go further. It's true. Today I was running, and I had 5 minutes left, and here's me. I run to my songs. I probably will never be able to do a marathon because I don't think you're allowed to listen to music, and it's the only way I get through my runs. And my husband came by to chit chat, and I'm like, okay, just give me 30 seconds to finish this, and then I can talk. And I was going to quit after that song ended, but because he came along and chatted with me, I'm like, I got this. I can run a little bit longer. And I ran my fastest 3 miles. And anyway, just to say, he came alongside me and just chatted with me. He didn't help me run. He didn't carry me across my, treadmill, the dreadmill, I should call it, finish line. But it helped me to go further. Our finish line is the prize. Hey guys, I got something to tell you. Turns out we all die. Did y'all know that? We have a 100% chance of dying. You're welcome for that cheery message. So we are all going to cross the finish line at some point. It doesn't matter how fast we get there. It doesn't matter how pretty we make it look. You guys know I did not always know Jesus. Please know that the first 20 years of my life was not pretty. Maybe from the time I was 15 to 23. Not attractive at all. And from this point, maybe it's not the best either. It doesn't matter how pretty it looks. It matters that we ran, that we gave it our very best, right? So if we have to pause for a minute and help somebody else, that's beautiful. That's gospel right there. I mentioned about the Ironman, when you touch somebody. If you help somebody or you physically touch them, that person is disqualified. So in our life, it's pretty similar in our own race, because a lot of times we helpers, I'm saying people who like to serve, people who have that gift of serving and helps and all this, we will try to overhelp. Instead of breaking plates and smashing and letting that person swear at us, we will sit there and maybe carry them, right? We give them things. We give them fish rather than teaching them how to fish. When we carry someone in a race, we can get hurt and they may be disqualified. We need to be careful as we're running our race and we are helping our brothers and sisters out and we're giving them words of encouragement and sitting with them, that we need to make sure that we are not carrying them across their own finish line, that we are not disqualifying them and also hurting ourselves in the process and not running the race that's marked out for us. I've seen this as I've cut hair for so many years, no lie. Well, when I first started cutting hair in Los Angeles, I had several assistants who were drug addicts that lost their jobs because they wouldn't come into work. We couldn't keep them on staff. I mean, that would be the nice thing to do, but you can't keep someone on staff that doesn't want help, that's going to keep calling in high, stoned, hungover, whatever. It's just not wise. That's not helping them at all. When they came in to try to talk about their addiction, I'm all ears. I'm totally ready to listen. But I can't have someone who's addicted to heroin, maybe not showing up for work, right? I've also had friends sitting in my chair who've had kids who were drug addicts that they've had to leave in prison, that they've had to say, you have to get out of my house because I'm now giving you fish and I'm not teaching you to fish. Does that make sense? It sounds harsh. It's something that I have not had to deal with personally, but I know folks who have, and they've walked that hard road, and they're able to encourage the other runner from a distance and encourage them in that way. So it depends. I mean, sometimes that it just looks messy and it doesn't feel right, but if we touch them and if we carry them, they're going to get disqualified. We can't be so busy running our race that we won't stop. Also, guys, Christians, I'm talking to you all, a meal is not going to always help. I know, big surprise. Here's me being super unkind about it. I am so grateful for all the meals that people gave us, but sometimes we just wanted someone to listen to us. You can keep your casserole and your pizza and your salad. Would you just listen to me whine and complain about my kid having cancer? That's all I needed, really. But sometimes that gets messy too. We don't want to hear that. We don't want to see someone cry. We don't want to see the tears. We don't want to, oh my gosh, as Christians, we don't want to hear them swear because you say damn, hell, shit, or any of that kind of stuff. Then, oh my God, you might disqualify me and I might not go to heaven because you just swore at me about your issue. Oh my word. If you are running with a runner and they're having a really hard time, it could get ugly. Have you ever seen someone totally throwing up while they're running? It's kind of like that. When you're running a race in life and someone's going through stuff, they could literally be vomiting all their junk on you. That's not pretty, but it's helpful. So as you come alongside people running your race, you guys, I just want to encourage you to be prepared for it to be messy. Slow your pace down to help a brother out, but don't pick them up. Don't disqualify them, and don't stop running your race because the other person isn't quite ready. I hope that makes sense, and I hope that encourages you guys. My challenge to you today is this. Who's around you? Who do you know that needs you to sit with them? Who do you know that you've got some old plates right now sitting in your attic that you can go just smash those with them? I know it sounds weird and I know it sounds crazy, but no lie. Out of every single thing that people have done for us over the years, my two friends kidnapping me at 9:30 at night in my yoga pants to go smash plates at Albertsons was the most therapeutic and the best thing. Also, that same friend, when we found out Selah was going to be born with organs out, I called her and I said, listen, my kid, the baby I'm carrying has organs out of her body. That's a thing. I don't know if she's going to live or die because we didn't know at that point. And I need you to bring me something fried and I need somebody to swear at. She had just gotten off a plane and was super tired from a red-eye flight. She's like, okay, I'll be right there. She grabbed her some Sonic. Because that's therapeutic, right? And she just listened and was like, I'm sorry, I hate this for you. I'm like, yeah, me too. I hate this for me too. And she just listened. And we talked and we cried and we laughed. And that was the kind of friend that she was through Zion having cancer, through Selah with all her surgeries, through Zion through all his surgeries, and just, she would just listen and allow me to be real. Who do you guys know? I know y'all know somebody. I know that your stuff isn't so deep that you cannot slow your pace down and look around. You guys, 22 people a day take their lives from PTSD. There's somebody always a little worse off. There's someone that always could use some encouragement. Not a casserole. They could use some encouragement. All right, guys, that's all I got for you today. Happy Monday. I forgot it's Monday. Ooh, hope you have a good week. Maybe I'll see you Wednesday. I don't know. We'll see. Take care. Bye.